Hello and welcome to another After Effects CS6 tutorial hosted by myself, AcrezHD. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at the brand new 3D motion tracking tools in After Effects CS6. So let's take a look at what we're going to be learning today. Here I have an example clip, we're just going to have a quick look at it. So nothing's motion tracked on it at the moment, but if I just turn my motion tracking layer on, you can see we have this lovely motion tracked green screen, as you can see here. And this is really interesting because I just done a green screen just for an example, but we can actually go into the pre-composed layer and we can maybe, for example, put some different photos on there or different images, and we can come back and do a quick RAM preview. And this was done 100% in After Effects CS6 again, so there's no external motion tracking programs that you're going to need to buy or anything, so this is all done within CS6. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, first off we're going to select the footage and drag it into a new composition by selecting the footage and then dragging it over to the new composition button here. And that's going to create a brand new composition with all the settings and the same frame rate as the footage that we're using today. I'm going to see if I can put up this example clip available to download, so you can download and follow along if you wish, or you can use your own footage. It's completely up to you. Okay, so first we're going to need to actually track the footage. So you want to select your clip and then come up to Effects, and then we want Perspective 3D Camera Tracker, and as soon as you select that you can see it's starting to analyze the clip. It can take a little while depending on the speed of your machine and also the footage that you are using, so bear in mind that it can take a little while, but it don't take too long. I'm going to pause it here and then we're going to come back when we're ready to go. Okay, we're back. You can see it's just coming to the end, and now we're on to stage 2, which is going to actually solve the camera, and this works a little bit faster. So here we are, and what we can do now, we can scrub through our clip and you can see that we have lots and lots of track points, and that's really good. We want as many track points as we can get. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move to maybe halfway through the footage, and if you start to hover over the track points you're going to see a target that comes up, and what you want to do, you want to find a place where the target is in the same perspective and it's the same parallel to the screen or whatever you're motion tracking. So for example, that target wouldn't be a good target for what we're doing because it's completely the wrong direction for the screen, whereas over here this would be a perfect target. So what we're going to do, we're going to select that target, and once we've selected that, what you can do is right click on the target and you have a whole load of options here, such as create text and camera, create solid and camera, create shadow catcher, camera and light. There's a whole load of options that you can choose here, but what we're going to be using today is create solid and camera. So straight away that creates a 3D camera tracker with a whole load of keyframes on it that you can see, and also a pink solid. And if we scrub through you can see that it's pretty well tracked, but it's going to need some resizing and repositioning, and we can do that by selecting the solid and coming up to layer, pre-compose, and I'm going to call this screen pre-comp, and then what we're going to do is double click to open up the pre-composed layer, and then we're going to delete this solid and we're going to right click on the composition settings and we're going to change the preset to 720p. So the width is 1280 by 720, and then just hit OK. And what we're going to need to do is right click, new solid, and we'll pick a nice lime green colour. And as you can see, it needs a little bit of rotation, and just need to put it in place. So I'm hitting W on the keyboard for rotation, and then what we're going to do, we're just going to reposition to the best of our ability. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect at the moment. We could also do with rotating it around just a little bit more. If we drop down the attributes of the pre-comp layer, we can actually change the orientation. Now, as you can see, it's a pretty good track at the moment, but you can see that on the far right hand corner of the screen, you can see that the perspective gets a little bit distorted. But I think we can cut After Effects a little bit of slack for that, and what we can do to solve that is come back into our pre-composed layer, and we come up to Effect and Distort, and we select Corner Pin. What this allows us to do is change the perspective and corners of our solid. So what we can do is, if we get the top right hand corner and drag it down a little bit, and we get the bottom right hand corner as well and drag that up just a touch, like so. If we head back over, you can see that the screen is a lot more in perspective now, but we're going to need to do just a little bit more. And if we come over to the pre-composed layer, select the corner pin, we need to drag the right hand bottom one just in a little bit, like so. And if we head back now, maybe just needs a little bit of more on the bottom. So this is just trial and error, so just play with it, and with just a few tips and tricks like the corner pin that we used on the pre-composed layer, you can help After Effects along to get a perfect motion tracked piece of footage. Now what we can do is come into the pre-composed layer and, for example, drag a video or image that you would like to be motion tracked onto the screen, and then just drag that in, resize it, and then if we head back in to our original composition, you can see that it's that easy to change the photo or video, and you don't have to go back and re-motion track everything. It's just as easy as that. But just a quick one, if you do put in a new image, you might have to redo the corner pin section again, but that won't take very long at all. So there we go, that pretty much wraps it up for today's 3D motion tracking tutorial in After Effects CS6. I really hope you had fun and you learned something new about the amazing new 3D motion tracking feature. Don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe, and share this video on Facebook and Twitter. I really appreciate it. So thanks for watching everyone, and I will see you again very soon in another video.